Hey everybody, how are you? Heather coming to you from the desert. I'm sitting in front of San Jacinto. To my left, over my right shoulder, is Big Bear, but we can't see that right now. So we're going to start in a seated pose today. And I'm going to pull my leg up into half lotus. You can choose what feels good for you. We're going to focus on some hip openers today and opening through the back. First, let's take a little bit of time to focus in, slow down from wherever you've been today. Bring yourself to the present. Think about your breath. Maybe even put your hands on your belly and just feel the breath as it comes down and lifts your belly. And then your belly pulls in as you exhale. Focus in on that breath. Then you can have your eyes closed or have a soft gaze, whatever feels good to you. Roll the shoulders back and down. We're just going to turn our head and look over the right shoulder. Exhale. Turn and look over the left shoulder. Just a gentle stretching through the neck. A little release. Breathing in. Exhale. And we're going to switch sides. So if you had a leg in front, you can switch that one. If you're in half lotus, go ahead and put your other leg on top. And then take some time to focus in again. Oh, you can see Big Bear behind me now. Sometimes it helps if you put your hand on your belly just to feel the rise and fall and let that breath sink deep into your belly instead of being locked up in your chest. And we're just going to lift our chin and lower it. Breathe in, exhale, look over the left shoulder. Inhale, exhale, look over the right shoulder. Keep that breath moving. We're just going to go through some nice flowing vinyasas that are going to open up your hips today. Beautiful hands in front of the heart. Inhale, lifting your fingertips to the sky and then bringing the palms together, resting the palms in front of the heart. One more inhale up. Palms come together. No, they don't. We're going to fold this time. Forward fold. Now remember, you want to keep your sits bones rooted to the mat, to the earth. So if you feel yourself lift up behind, go ahead and resituate yourself so that you're still connected. You can see my spine is curved, and that's really what we want here, is to be opening through the spine. And then we're going to use our hands and press ourselves up. Switching the legs again. Rooting yourself to the earth. Roll those shoulders back and down. Inhale up. Exhale and bring the hands together in front of the heart. Setting your intention. Inhale up. Come together and down in front of the heart. Breath is moving. Inhale up. This time we're taking the fold, keeping ourselves connected, rooted. See how the bend is coming from the spine. Tucking the chin. Make sure we keep breathing while we're holding our pose. Pressing ourselves back up with our hands. We're going to roll over onto all fours. Notice that my shoulders and my wrists are in alignment. My hips and my knees are in alignment. And yours should be too. And we want to be nice and strong through the belly here. So we have a tabletop. Nice and strong. From here, And inhale, lift the chin, lift the tail, round the back. So now we're stretching like a cat in cat pose. Inhale, taking it to cow as we lift the tail and lift the chin. Exhale and round the spine up in cat. And one more time in cow pose, working through that spine. Pressing the middle of the spine up to the sky when you're in cat pose. And then coming back to a flat back. From here, make sure that belly is turned on nice and strong. We're reaching out the right arm and the left leg. You can point your toe, flex your foot, whatever feels comfortable for you. Really stay strong through the belly. Now pull the knee and the elbow in, chin tucks, and extend all the way out. Reach those fingertips a little longer. Think length from your fingertips to your toes right now. And now let's put those hand and foot, knee down, and recenter yourself, and then take it to the other side. Extending the left arm and the right leg. Breath is moving this whole time. Remember to use that breath as things get difficult. Breathe out. Exhale. And holding nice and strong. Put down. We're going to put down the hand and we're just going to tap our toe down and then open up into a modified side plank. Lifting up that extended leg if you choose to. That is an option. Notice the arms are over one another. Wrists are in alignment with the shoulder. Then come on back down. And we're just going to take it over to the other side. Extend the leg, toe comes down. Rotate up towards the sky. Fix your bangs. And then lift that leg. Keep the breath moving. Strong, long. Beautiful. Go ahead and release that pose, and we're going to come back to a child's pose with the arms out in front of us, really stretching through the back of the shoulders and the top of the back, opening up the whole back from the bottom to the top. Breath continues to move. Don't lock the breath in the chest. Back up onto all fours now. Reposition yourself. We're going to turn the toes under and we're going to lift the hips up and back for our first dog of the day. Take your time to settle into this pose. You might want to walk your dog by pedaling your feet heels down one at a time, opening up through the first the calves and then the hamstrings, and then let your head just dangle. So you want no tension in your neck. Breath is moving, pressing the backside up towards the sky. And then we're just going to float down to our plank. Now remember, you can go modified plank here with your knees down if you prefer. And then we're going to take a chaturanga slowly down. And then up with a modified cobra. Just staying here for a moment. Toes turn under, press up and back to down dog. Go ahead and pedal those feet if you'd like to. We want to try to get those heels down towards the mat. You might want to bend your knees at this point a little bit or even move your feet further apart. And then we're going to float down to our plank or modified plank. And then down all the way to chaturanga and up. This time we're coming all the way up to a full cobra. Extending through the arms, roll the shoulders back, make space between your ears and your shoulders. Toes turn under, press back to down dog. You can shake your head again, make sure you're not holding the tension in your neck. You can fix your shirt if you'd like to. And then we're going to lift up that right leg. Now we're starting in a split pose, and that means our hips are actually square to the mat. Now we're going to open up. So go ahead and rotate through the hip and open up through the side body. Feel a beautiful opening in your hip flexor here. We're going to bend that knee from the extended leg, and you're going to notice an even bigger opening through the hip flexor region. Breathing in, enjoying the beautiful opening. And then go ahead and extend that leg all the way again, and we're going to bring it up in between our hands. The foot comes in between the hands, and we're just going to hold our runner's lunge for a moment. And from here, we're going to pull that front leg back into down dog. Take a quick vinyasa as we come down, floating into plank, all the way down with chaturanga, and back up with cobra. If you'd like to lift your thighs off of the mat and bring it all the way to up dog, feel free to do that. And then pressing back to down dog. Take time to fix your shirt. Always fix your shirt. Now we're taking the other leg up. Remember, we're starting with the split, so hips are square to the mat. Then we rotate the hips and open all the way up. Feeling that beautiful release through the front of the hip, and then bending the knee for even more opening. Now you notice in the video my shoulders are a bit rotated, which I would suggest you don't do. Swing that leg down to runner's lunge. Breathing, don't forget the breath. Inhale, sink into it. As you exhale, you're going to kind of trigger your body to relax a little bit. So an exhale is a great time to sink into your pose. And then back to down dog. Short vinyasa, floating to a plank, all the way down with chaturanga, and then back up to your cobra, modified cobra, or up dog. You choose. Shoulders are back and down. Toes turn under, press back to down dog. Now this time I'm taking a nice slow walk up to a forward fold. You can certainly hop up to your forward fold if you prefer. I'm showing the walk is how we'd like to start for beginners. Then we're going to scoot our feet out to the edges of our mat, and you'll notice I'm taking opposite arm across my body to the opposite foot and then lifting up the arm, rotating, reaching across, and then rotating, opening up excuse me, the spine and the side body. Coming back down. We're going to heel toe those feet back in a little bit closer and then lengthen through the spine. Breathing in, exhale, and back to the fold. From here, we're going to reverse swan dive all the way up. Inhale, reach the fingertips up and press the hips forward for a tiny back bend. Then hands come together in front of your heart. And find your mountain pose. Fix your hair, whatever you need to do at this point, but root those feet into your mat, into the earth. Roll the shoulders back and down. Turn the belly on, turn the legs on, nice and strong in your mountain pose. Find your center and set your intentions as you come to your standing poses. We're going to work through some warrior poses. Inhale up. As we exhale, we're going to step back to warrior one. Now, you're going to want to make sure that you turn your hips forward and shoulders forward. Arms come up. Exhale and sink down into that warrior one. Notice that my knee is over my ankle in this pose. You don't want the knees to come out in front of the toes. Inhale up. Lengthen through the front leg. Exhale and bring the arms behind you before bending the front leg and coming down to a humble warrior. Front leg is bent. Now we're sweeping the arms up. Inhale, back to warrior one. Exhale, arms come down. And then clasp those hands behind you. Inhale, exhale, and come down to your humble warrior. Release your hands, sweep back up, breathing in. Now we're going to turn and open up into warrior two. Roll the shoulder blades back and down. Tuck the tail under and sink into your pose. Now you'll notice that the feet are, your feet are in like a T position right now. Your heel of your front foot is around the area of the arch of your back foot. And from here, you might need to pull your back leg in a little bit. We're going to extend, so we're long through the front leg, and we're slowly going to rotate over into our triangle pose. And then let's just take a nice revolution around through the shoulder, lifting fingertips to the sky. Oh, that picture of Big Bear behind me is so beautiful. Now we're going to sweep around. Now notice you're going to come up on your toes, on your back foot, before you bring the front foot back into your down dog. Hold the dog. Down dog is a resting pose. Breathe into it. Exhale. Take it to your plank pose, and then down to chaturanga. And scooping up to cobra or up dog. Toes turn under, press back to down dog. Go ahead and find that sweet spot. And then again, we're walking slowly up to our fingertips, but you can take this to a hop or just a one step up, you choose. Heel toe your feet out to the sides of the mat. Reach arm across the body and lift the outside arm up for a nice twist. And then switch sides. Breathing in as you open up through your side body. Exhale, come back down and fold. From here, we're going to heel toe the feet in just a little bit. And then lengthen through the spine, rise up to a flat back, and exhale and fold. From here, we're going to reverse swan dive all the way up, reaching up to the sky. Inhale, palms come together, exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, palms together. Inhale up. And then this time we're going to step the left foot back. Make sure your hips and shoulders are turned forward. And then sink into warrior one. You'll notice the back foot is at about a 90-degree angle. Heel is all the way down behind you. Breath is moving. Inhale up. Exhale, clasp those hands behind you, and then bend the front knee. Come down into your humble warrior. Scoop yourself back up. Inhale up. Exhale, bring those arms back behind you. Clasp the hands together. Bend the front knee into humble warrior. Release the hands, sweep the hands overhead. Inhale, exhale, and sink back down into warrior one. Clasp the hands together. Come down, bow down into your humble warrior. Sweep the fingertips up. Inhale, exhale, turning your body, opening up into warrior two pose. Sink down into that front bent leg. Notice that my knee and my ankle are in alignment. Your back foot is at about a 90-degree angle. Now lengthen through the front leg And then cartwheel yourself down into your right angle triangle pose. Breath continues to move as we sweep the arm around like the hand of a clock. And then from here, we're going to just cartwheel ourselves around back into a lunge pose, a runner's lunge, and then press back into down dog. Here, go ahead and take your vinyasa all the way down, scooping back up. Feel the opening through the front of your body. Now toes turn under, back to down dog. Breath is moving, shirt is moving. Wardrobe malfunctions. Now from here, we're going to lift up the right leg, and then we're just going to bring the knee in towards the chin. Lifting up again. Breathe in. Exhale, knee to chin. Lift that leg up again. Inhale. Now this time as we come down, we exhale and take it into our pigeon pose. Now I'm going to show you how to start your pigeon pose if you haven't done pigeon before. So you can start with the back leg bent. You can extend the back leg a little bit, or you can extend the back leg all the way and square your hips to the mat into a full pigeon pose. Come down onto your forearms and then rest your head on the backs of your hands in our sleeping pigeon pose. Breath is moving. You'll feel a beautiful opening through the hip flexor of the extended leg and then the outside of the hip and the gluteal area of the front of the pigeon. Remember to breathe, exhale, and feel yourself sink a little deeper into the pose. And then inhale, rise back up. We're going to bend that back leg. Then we're going to reach our hand back and grab hold. Now if you'd like, you can reach the front leg, the front hand up and over as well and grab hold with both hands. This is a supported pose right here, so we're only reaching with one hand. From here, we're going to come back to hands and knees, and we're going to take our knees wide. So take your knees to the edges of the mat before you press back into your child pose. Reaching fingertips long, feel the opening through the inner thighs. And press back up onto hands and knees. Turn toes under. Fix your shirt. And then press the hips up and back to down dog. Oh, there goes the shirt. From here, we're going to lift the left leg up and bring the knee down towards the chin. Leg comes up again. Inhale. Exhale. Pull the knee in. Inhale again. Lift up. This time, leg is coming down to your pigeon pose. And remember the modifications if you'd like to use them. Then we're coming down. Forehead rests on the back of the hands. And our pigeon goes to sleep. I'll be honest, I have not seen a pigeon in this pose ever. And I'll also be honest and tell you that the desert can be a very dirty place for your feet. Continue to breathe, sink into the pose. Come up onto your hands again. We're going to bend that back leg, reach around, same side arm comes back, and the other side is supporting you. And like I said before, if you'd like to lift up your other arm, reach both arms back and pull that leg in. That's a beautiful opener for your hips. Come back to all fours and then bring those knees out wide to the edges of your mat and press back Enjoy the beautiful release in your spine and your inner thighs. Breathe in, exhale, sink a little deeper. Come back up onto all fours, and then come down into a prone position on your belly. Your head is on the back of your hands. Now we're going to bend the right leg and reach the right arm back. Grab hold, and then we're actually going to lift that knee off of the mat so you can feel your hip bones kind of press into the mat as the thigh comes off of the mat. Releasing deeper into the hip flexors. Breathing in, breathing out, and then switch sides. Lifting the knee off of the mat. Breathing in. Exhale. Tell your body it's okay to relax in this pose. Keep the breath moving. And then go ahead and release that. We're going to take our hands to the sides. And our forehead is going right on the mat, so we're not looking right or left. Grab hold of your ankles and bring yourself up into a beautiful bow position. Now you'll notice that as you breathe in and out, you get a little bit of a rocking motion. This is a beautiful pose for your digestive system. Breathing, exhale, breathe in, breathe out, and release. Hands come underneath your shoulders, press up, and slowly press back into child's pose. Continue to breathe. Feel a beautiful release in the back. Your spine is so warm now. From here, we're actually going to flip ourselves around. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Now we're rooted onto the earth again through our sits bones. So we want those sits bones connected to the earth. Pulling the soles of the feet together, and if you want a little bit more opening, you can actually pull the soles of the feet apart. Then we're going to stay here and slowly walk ourselves down, again staying rooted to the earth through our sits bones. Feel that wonderful opening through the sides of your low back as well as the inner thigh and groin area. Breathe, exhale, sink into it. And then press yourself back up again. Bring the legs out in front of you. Give them a little shake. Breathe in. Arms overhead. Exhale. Keep the chin lifted as you come forward. And then when you reach your destination, go ahead and pull the chin in and sink into the fold. You can grab hold of your shins, your toes, around the bottoms of your feet, whatever feels good to you. And then inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, we're going to bring one hand back behind us and the other. Fingertips are facing the body. And then we're going to press up into a reverse plank. Now, a modification is to bend your knees. Otherwise, your legs are out in front of you, hips are pressing up to the sky. If it's comfortable on your neck, you can bring your head back, lower the hips down. Breathe in, arms overhead. Exhale and fold forward. holding that forward fold. Continue that breath moving. Now take an inhale, reach one arm up behind you, then the other. You'll see I set my fingertips down facing away from my body, so we're turning them back to face my body, and then pressing all the way up into that reverse plank, really squeezing behind you to press those hips up. Then lower the hips down. And we're going to bring those knees in, rolling ourselves back to a reclined position. Knees come into the chest. Hold the knees in, and you can rock back and forth just a little bit. And then we're just going to extend one leg and pull one knee into the chest, and then switch. Breathe in, inhale, exhale, and switch. Inhale, exhale, and switch. Keep the breath moving and both knees into the chest now. Let the arms fall to the sides. And we're going to roll our hips and knees down to the right side. We want our shoulders to stay, our shoulder blades to stay intact with the mat. So if you feel one side of your body lifting up, take some time to readjust and get that shoulder down. From here, we're going to extend the top leg. Now, if you want to reach underneath that leg and support it with your hand, that's fine. Otherwise, our gaze is up at the sky. Our breath is moving. Now draw that leg back in. Knees come to the center. And then roll the knees to the other side. Extend the top leg. Support that leg by the shin or the ankle if you prefer. Breath is moving. Bringing the knees back to the chest. And then rolling to the right side again. Extend the top leg, and this time if you want to, you can start to extend the bottom leg. You can have a slight bend in the knee, which is a great starting position. As you become more flexible, you'll be able to extend that bottom leg all the way until you're in a reclined triangle pose, which is where we want to end up eventually. For now, we'll do the modified pose. Extend the top leg, bottom leg is extended with a bend in the knee. Breath is moving. Relax into the pose. Let's bring those knees back up into the chest. Put the hands around the shins and just kind of roll from side to side a little bit. Just rocking, feeling a beautiful massage in your low back. Now we're going to cross the left leg over the right thigh. And we're going to roll the right leg up, extended towards the sky, and reach the left arm through that little triangle that you've made in the middle. Right arm comes around the back of the right leg. Now after doing our pigeon, this should just feel very open. Go ahead and release that, switch it to the other side, rolling the left leg up. Right arm comes through the middle, left arm comes around the back of the left leg. Gaze is up at the sky, breath is moving. And go ahead and release that, knees to the chest, and then lower the legs, arms overhead, legs fully extended. Take a full body stretch from fingertips to toes. And then pull the knees into the chest. Chin lifts, head lifts off of the mat, and then extend all the way down. Fingertips to toes are long. Inhale, exhale, and Draw the knees to the chest, lift the head off of the mat. Inhale one more time, long through the body. Exhale, draw the knees in, lift the head, tuck the chin. And then we're just going to set those feet down, lay the head down, extend the legs, palms face the sky, and we're going to move into our time of meditation, Shavasana. Allow your body to relax. Feel all of the blood moving through your body and all of the spaces that have been opened through your hips and through your back, your shoulders. Allow yourself to feel the feeling of just warm sand beneath your body, molding into the back of your body. You're laying on the beach. There's a beautiful breeze. There's a warm sun. And you just take a big inhale, exhale, and sigh. This is right where you want to be. Healthy, strong, and vibrant. Relaxed and free. Allow yourself to just sink a little bit deeper into it. Every exhale brings a new round of relaxation, a new depth of relaxation. Notice that your breath begins to slow, your heart rate slows, your body becomes fully relaxed. Take some time to take notice, take stock of your whole body. Start with your toes, your ankles. Just notice how everything feels at this moment. Opened, closed, revitalized, relaxed. Move your awareness up your legs, through your shins and around your knees and your thighs. Take note of how your legs feel. And move your awareness up to your hips and your low back and your belly, through the rib cage and your upper back, through your shoulders and your neck, down your arms and into your fingertips. Just become aware of all of the different places of your body. Each body is unique, and each of us have different places that need to be opened more than others. Feel the warmth that just courses through your body. Deep breath in, feel it low in your belly, and then exhale. Take some time to just focus in on your breath.